Turning, looking, see.
It is a grudge match in the Bronx. Tonight, the Yankees kick off a 7-game homestand, beginning with a potential ALCS preview, a 4-game set against the hated Houston Astros. Who will come out on top? My recap, your reactions next. This is Yankees Game Night. Oh yeah, doesn't get better than this, baby. That's why we're fans. Games like tonight are why we are Yankees fans. And I'll tell you what, there is no quit in this team. No quit whatsoever. There are wins, and then there are wins. We said it last week, nobody is beating the Yankees this year. Nobody. This team refuses to lose. Even when you hit them right in the mouth, they come right back at you. So apologies for not doing a pregame show today. I typically do one at the beginning of every series, but I had significant dental work performed this afternoon, so my face was numb until about the 7th inning. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to speak during this game, but for a while, the Yankees were kind of looking pretty bad, and so I was thinking, you know what, maybe I don't want to speak. But luckily, they pull it out in the end. This was a weird game. It was 6 innings of complete boredom sandwiched around a bunch of 3-run home runs and a walk-off. Or sandwiched between a bunch of 3-run home runs and a walk-off. Every baseball game is different. They're all like a fingerprint. I'll tell you. First batter of the game was Jose Altuve. He got drilled on the second pitch of the night. Taillon just lost track of a two-seamer. I think his subsequent performance was a pretty good indication that it was not intentional. He just stunk up the joint. It happens. Later in the first inning, Alex Bregman demolished a 3-run home run to make it 3-zip before Taillon had even recorded an out. But as we've said all season, as we've already said tonight, when the Yankees get hit, they get right off the mat. Bottom 1, DJ walked on 4 pitches to lead off the game. Always a good omen. Next batter, Aaron Judge ripped a 114-mile-an-hour single to left field. 2 batters later, Giancarlo Stanton blasted his 15th home run of the year. Opposite field second deck shot, and just like that, it was 3-3. Big hit from Giancarlo. With everything else that went on, we cannot lose track of how big a clutch hit that was for Giancarlo. Joey Gallo made an absolutely outstanding catch in the second inning, leaping at the wall in foul territory and bringing one back. Really nice play by him. Top 3. Astros got their 3-run lead back. Yordan Alvarez smoked a 3-run home run into the right field porch. That made it 6-3 Astros. And then the game just kind of slowed down for a while. Taillon was done after 5 2/3 innings. He gave up 10 hits and 6 runs, just did not have it tonight. Bottom 6, Anthony Rizzo drew a 16-pitch walk, and that was the first Yankees base runner since the first inning. Top 8, Albert Abreu, back with the Yankees. He worked a scoreless inning. It was kind of shaky, but he got a nice double play to get out of it. Bottom 8, Anthony Rizzo smoked one to right field, but Kyle Tucker made an outstanding catch to rob him at the wall of a base hit. Probably an extra base hit. And at that point, you felt the energy kind of get sucked out of the stadium. You felt like that was our shot. But then, bottom 9, Giancarlo Stanton led off the inning with a walk, and you could feel the energy just start to build a little bit. Next batter was Gleyber Torres, and the pitcher couldn't find the zone again. And at this point, the crowd is going nuts. They're all over these pitchers. And then, a big moment for Aaron Hicks.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
Absolutely demolished a long 3-run home run deep into the right field bleachers. his third home run of the year, deep into the sticks, ties the game at 6. And for tonight, Hicks is a hero. IKF singled and got thrown out trying to steal second. To me and everyone else in the stadium, he looked safe. I think the replay crew blew that one. But after a Trevino single, Aaron Judge with the big hit to walk it off. Unbelievable. 4 runs in the ninth, 15 straight wins at home, best record in baseball. The Bronx is burning, baby, and this team refuses to quit.
Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
More of that, please.
And Hicks gets the belt. He deserves it.
Belt winner.
Okay, so I saw a number of Super Donos come in while I was chatting. Aaron Judge with the Super Dono. Appreciate that. Good luck at your arbitration hearing tomorrow. I'm sure you'll be able to afford that $2 dono after tomorrow. Jordan Martin says, pay the man now, damn it. Pay him his money.
Pay that man his money.
He is going to get paid. I think it's going to be hard to argue against him tomorrow. If I was Brian Cashman, I would just walk in the room with a blank check and say, here you go. However long, however many years you need, just keep doing that. Stone Cold says, I don't care how you feel about Altuve or any other player. Nobody should cheer when somebody gets hit or with a pitch that was terrible. 100% agree. Good point. Prince Boss says, this team is going to the World Series. You cannot tell me otherwise. I will not tell you otherwise. This team feels they've got that intangible, right? Anybody who lived through 96 could tell you that team was never out of it, ever. Down huge. They would come back and win. I think they came back 8 runs one game in Chicago. 2009, Yankees were walking off all summer. And this year is like a combination of the 96 team, the 09 team, the 98 team, and we might match up with the Mets in the World Series. And that would be like a callback to the 2000 season. So it's like it's all coming together. It's actually kind of scary. It feels like almost, I don't know what the synchronicity or whatever that is. Whatever that, I don't know if that's a real thing, but it feels that way. It feels like everything from the Yankees past is boiling up and you're getting this juggernaut this year. Darth Wacko says this is 98 all over again. Man, I freaking hope so. I hope so. All right, let's take a look at the box score. YouTube commenter says 7 years, 350. That's a lot, man. That's $50 million a year, right? I'm not great at math. We've proved that a couple of times recently on this show. Miguel Castro gets the win in relief tonight. He is 4-0 with a 4.15 ERA. Man, that was such a great game. I can't stop thinking about that Hicks home run. I just can't stop thinking about it. Yankees now 52-18. Astros 43-26. So the Yankees increased their lead, I think, for the best record in the American League, because I think the Astros have the second best record in the American League at this point. That may have been updated. It was the last time that I looked at it a couple days ago. Rizzo took the collar tonight. Aaron Judge with 2 big hits, hitting over 300 now. Anthony Rizzo took the collar, but hit one hard right to the wall, got robbed of an extra base hit. Stanton, 1 for 3 with the big 3-run home run. He's been slumping a lot lately, but that was a big, big swing for him. Mark Steenrose says serendipity. There it is. That's the word I was thinking of. And Laura V says fate. All the stars are aligned. Let's hope so. Mark Peterson with the $2 dono. Appreciate that. And then Richard Lewis says, this is the type of game that the Yankees would lose in 2021. 100% agree.
Excellent.
And Tactical Tony says, what a historic team. This team is trumping 98 energy. Appreciate that.
He's done it again.
All right, let's continue with the box score here. Gleyber Torres, 0 for tonight. Aaron Hicks, 1 big hit, 1 walk, 3 RBIs. That home run was so majestic. His follow through, the way that he just kind of knew it immediately. We haven't seen that from him in a long time. And when he really gets into one, it's beautiful. You can understand why Cashman loved this guy. It's beautiful when he's clicking. He's making great plays in the outfield. He's throwing balls 100 miles an hour from the outfield. Switch hitting with power. When he is on his game, he's another level. He's really good. He just hasn't been that guy for a long time. But every once in a while, he'll just give you a flash. He'll make a great play or a great throw. Or tonight, a big 3-run home run deep into the bleachers. Crater Con says, fire Gallo. I was hoping this was going to be a night of redemption. Gallo went 0 for 4. But you figured after Hicks hit the home run, maybe, Gallo would follow up, want to one-up him with a walk-off. But he struck out on a high fastball, which, it's we're getting kind of used to seeing that. Pitching stats, not great tonight. Tyone, 5 2/3, 10 hits, 6 earned runs. But even on a night where he's getting hit, he doesn't walk guys. No walk, so good command. 2 home runs allowed. Lucas Litke, yeah, I really shouldn't say good command. I mean, balls down the middle getting hit for home runs is not good command. So I should clarify that. But through strikes. Lucas Litke, 1 1/3 scoreless innings. Albert Abreu, welcome back. 3.21 ERA on the season, looking pretty decent. He did walk a guy. His walks are higher than his strikeouts this year. And they said on the broadcast, in case you missed it, that that's something that the Yankees feel like they can fix. They know him, and they know what goes wrong with him. So, hopefully that is something they can take care of. Let's see. And then Miguel Castro picks up the win in relief. That ERA still at 4.15. But hey, it is what it is. Yankees win a big, big game. And Judge says, pay my uncle.
Pay that man his money.
Laura V says, what's everyone's take on sending down Clark for Abreu? That's an interesting comment, Laura. So the thing about Clark is that he pitched a couple of innings last night, so you weren't going to be able to use him for a few days. When he's ready, it'll be 10 days before you can call him back up, unless there's an injury. But when he's ready, I suspect they will bring him back up. I suspect he knows that. It's just a numbers game. When you're one of the last people in the bullpen, you understand that sometimes you're going to get shuffled around. I'm positive that the Yankees make it clear to those guys before the season. Let's see here. Gabriel Vasquez says, at least Gallo made a nice play in right field. Yeah, that was a great play. Let's watch through the highlights together a little bit. I might change the way I do highlights and just kind of watch them with you guys and go through. Base hit for Aaron Judge right here through the hole. DJ had led off the game. This was a breaking ball to Giancarlo, and he powers it out to right field. Look where this ends up. Second deck. Getting the love from the people in the dugout. Beautiful swing. He knew he got it. When he knows he's got it, he just watches it fly. This was the play by Gallo. You see him drifting towards the line. He's measured, makes a nice jump, gets the glove over the wall, takes the ball away from a fan potentially. That kid stunned. And then Yordan Alvarez, this is a changeup, kind of hung out over the plate. Man, how much damage would he do if he had gone to the Yankees instead of the Astros originally? And then this is the play from Rizzo. Kyle Tucker making a great catch at the wall. And then Aaron Hicks getting the fastball, four-seamer, outer half, and he just hooks it into the first row of the bleachers. He's pumped. Watch this home run follow through. Look at this. He knows he got it. That's what you do when you have a great drive. And then Aaron Judge rips one into the corner, one hop off the cannon sign. Trevino rounding third, and Aaron Judge headed to the bank. Ryan Tuhey says, most exciting win of the year so far. I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to hit the disagree button, but I think the Aaron Judge walk-off against the Blue Jays was better because it was before the Yankees were quite this juggernaut-ish, right? They were cruising along, but they weren't on the level they're at now. So you didn't know if they could really beat the Blue Jays as well as they have to this point. And Aaron Judge had never hit a walk-off in his career to that point. And it was such a majestic home run. For me, win of the year goes to that Aaron Judge walk-off. Mike Bragg says, why wasn't Carpenter batting for Gallo? Oh, well, delaying the inevitable of Judge winning it. So I would have loved to have seen Carpenter get a chance for Gallo. Just knock some stuff off my desk. I love Carpenter. I just love watching him hit. I love the mustache, and I would have loved a free mustache ride tonight. Ian says, Derek, the BS call on IKF steal. Yeah, to me, it was as clear as day. I mean, from the original angle that they showed, from behind, like towards the shortstop area, where you could see IKF coming into the bag, you see the bag impact from his cleat, right? And then the glove touches him. To me, it was clear as day. I don't know how they didn't have enough to overturn that. Grayson says, start spreading the news. Dun, 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 dun. 330M Broken Glasses don't need to be negative, but Gallo needs to bounce immediately. So Gallo with another tough night. We get used to seeing this every night, but the average still hanging in there at 176. What concerns me is the OPS 641. Now, I know if you look at his June at large, his OPS was pretty high for a while, but it's become clear to me that he's got an easy path to get him out. Every pitcher throws him that high fastball. He can't hit it, and he can't lay off of it. And that's a problem. And they talked about on the game just how it was kind of a stubborn thing. Wes Niles loves the pimping by Aaron Hicks. Yeah, that was beautiful. So, look, I'm just gonna say that that Gallo is not a great fit, and we talk about it every night. And I think that somebody like Ian Happ, and we looked at all the numbers last night, and I think last night is when I finally officially sort of made my mind up on who I want, and I think it's Ian Happ. Not only is he another switch hitter, which you need, which is very valuable, athletic, fast, good outfielder. We saw he played well in Yankee Stadium. He knows Anthony Rizzo, so Rizzo can kind of welcome him and say, hey, look, this is what it was like to get traded to the Yankees last year. This is what it's been like for me, and kind of help him adjust to life in New York City. And I just think it would be a fantastic move. Jeremiah Weaver says, hats off to JMO and the bullpen for holding them to 6, giving our boys a chance to win. Oh, yeah, hats off to the pitcher for holding them to 6 runs. I kid JMO. No, he gave up 2 big swings, but he did go, fairly deep into the game, 5 2/3, which is, longer than you would expect after watching that first inning. I mean, you could tell he just didn't have it in the first inning. The home run from Alvarez is probably the outlier of the 2, because his changeup is generally such a good pitch. You don't see him leave it right down the middle like that to good hitters. But the pitch to Bregman, that was just a hanger. That was, I'm not adjusted to the game yet. That was a meatball. Aaron Judge says, I am not him. He is my uncle. Got the same name. That's cool. Bedford says, Verlander versus Severino tomorrow should be a good one.
I hardly agree.
I can't wait to see that. And despite the fact that Verlander has essentially killed the Yankees for the better part of a decade, I still find him to be one of the most entertaining pitchers to watch, because not only does he not age, I mean, the guy continues to pitch well. I think he's about 39 years old now. He maintains his fastball deep into the game. He's got a rubber arm. And generally, you get several shots of Kate Upton during the game. So that's always a win.
Yeah, baby.
Craig Miller says, is this a top 3 regular season win since 2009? 2009 is a long time. That's 13 or 14 years. I can think of some other ones. Derek Jeter with the walk-off to end his Yankees career, I think, was a top one for me. Again, the Judge home run is a top one. I think Gary Sanchez had a couple of walk-offs that were phenomenal. There was one where the Yankees came back late and Sanchez hit a 3-run home run to win. I don't remember the exact circumstance, but I remember that being a wild game. Yeah, but this was great. A great game. Ian1216 says, we should get Hap. I like his name. I like it. That's a good. James G says, have Gallo bat 10th. Marcus Kilgrew says, Hap already works for John Boy. Yeah, I saw that. So I can imagine that if Hap does get traded to the Yankees, that we'll see, we'll get him on an interview real quick at John Boy Media. They'll welcome him just like they did Tyone as soon as he got traded. So that's pretty cool. Robert Linares wants Andrew Benintendi. Frank Labella says, Judge was accepting 7 years, but they wanted $17 million. He wanted 21. They need to give him 7 years at $37 million. That would be a lot, but I think you'd have to do it just the way he's played. Pete wants to go overboard. He says, give Judge $70 million for 8 years. That's what, $560 million? Yeah.
Just a bit outside.
I think that's a bit. That's pushing it just a little bit. King Blaze says, trade Gallo to the NL so he can DH. He doesn't need to DH. He's a pretty good right fielder. But it's funny. Best win of the year, and the majority of the comments so far I've seen have been about trading Joey Gallo. Oh, I love Yankees fans. Jackson Riceback says, it would have been Cole versus Verlander if Cole's start didn't get pushed back before. Yeah, Cole's going to start on Saturday afternoon. Speaking of which, I don't always do recaps on the weekends, but I'm going to do one on Saturday afternoon. So look for me around 4:30 or so right after the game. However, Sunday I will not be doing the game. I've taken up golf, and I'm golfing on Sundays now. So it's my one day off of the week, but I will be here on Saturday. Let's see here. Sean Browning is comparing Verlander to another Nolan Ryan. That's a fair comparison. I got to see the tail end of Nolan's career, and he remained a power pitcher late into his career. Johnny Pickney says, this team is unreal. Go Yanks.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah. Ian says, Game 3 of the 2012 ALDS. That was the game in which Raul Ibanez hit a walk-off home run. A-Rod, I think it was pinch hitting for A-Rod. And Ibanez also had, I think, a 2-home-run game against the Orioles in which he had another walk-off. Like, he went crazy for a stretch of time there. That's over 10 years ago now, so I'm foggy on the details, especially after a game like this when I'm just I'm through the moon with how well this game went. All right, guys, we're going to call it a night. Big win for the Yankees tonight. I will be back tomorrow one more time from John Sterling.
Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
London comeback was great.
More of that, please.
Mike Stewart says 120 plus wins. I'll take it.